Being a witness in your neighborhood might start with simply walking next door, introducing yourself, and inviting your neighbor to a Bible study. That's how it started with Margie and Sarah. They're going to share with us their story of how God has been using them in their neighborhood.
Yeah, I think sometimes it is scary when you don't know your neighbors. I was brand new to Augusta and had a darling girl who lived next door, and we were outside a lot. She had 3 little boys, and I introduced myself and said I was a Christian, and she said, good. And I'm thinking, what am I doing? And then I realized I'm wanting to get her into Bible study. So I asked her, and she said, oh my goodness, I've been waiting to get into some kind of a Bible study. It's been years. And so that's what started it. And so I thought, well, Lord, you got one. I guess I'll talk to a couple other neighbors. And before I knew it, there was about 5 of us. And that's how the first session got started.
So the idea of evangelism can be intimidating to people.
Yes.
And yet, for you, there was just some motivation when you came to know the Lord. Talk about that. What made you?
That's my favorite part, because the Lord didn't save me until I was 42. And I had led a pretty dark life. So I was in John 4 of a Bible study that somebody had drugged me to, didn't want to go. And lo and behold, Jesus saved me. And I was exactly the woman at the well. And from that moment on, when I realized that it was not about what I had done, but how much He loved me and went out of His way to let me know that, that was it for me. And I wanted everyone to know it. I would have been just like her. I would have run down that hill and told those town people who thought I was a, you know what, that I just saw the Messiah. He told me everything, and He loves me, and I want you to meet Him. So that's kind of a natural inclination to me now when I meet people.
Obviously, our motivation is love, but our message is love as well. Mm-hmm. And so we do share the message of the love of Christ, but how do you really show the message of love in your relationship?
Well, I think one of the things we've done with Bible study is we've tried to make coming a safe place to be. And it's a vulnerable place, but we have some ground rules that keep those vulnerabilities within our circle. And I think that that has allowed us and the ladies who've joined us to share things with each other that we might not share otherwise, and be able to be involved in each other's lives in a way that you'll never get involved over coffee or in a public place, because we know that what we say in the group won't be ridiculed, it won't be taken out of context, it won't be passed on from neighbor to neighbor to neighbor.
So you are ministering as a team, and I'd like you to share about the benefits that you've seen in working together.
Well, one of the things I've really enjoyed about co-leading with Margie is that she is not afraid to meet people and invite them to Bible study. That is a very uncomfortable place for me, but she will walk up to anyone on the street, say, hi, my name's Margie, I'm a Christian, you want to come to my Bible study? And so she invites so many people. And for me, I'm not inviting quite as many. So just that she is so outgoing and not afraid to share that with people is encouraging to me to do it more, but it also gets people in the group.
We have a group that's extremely diverse. We have Jewish, we have unchurched, and often when we're studying scripture, there will be a doctrine or a theology that comes out, and Sarah has that ability to simplify that for everyone and to explain it in a way that just, you know, hits home. The other thing I love about her is she is who she is. She comes as she is, and so sometimes that means she has paint all over her clothes and in her hair because she's just come from painting somewhere, and she's leading people to not look at their outside appearance, and I love that.
So I will admit I spend a lot more time preparing for this study than I did when I led a Bible study here on Wednesday mornings, for instance. But the great thing about it is a lot of times I don't use half of what I prepare, because the women in the Bible study have also been working at it, and mostly the Spirit often leads us through the Bible study without me having to teach very much. I'm prepared in case there's a lull or people haven't understood the question, but generally we kind of just talk as a group, and Margie and I are mostly facilitating.
That has been my biggest joy, is to see over the last 10 years, I mean, God's kept this Bible study going for 10 years, and He grew it from 5 people to 22 in the afternoon, and then added another one in the morning with Jennifer Joseph. as the co-leader, and there's 12 there. So it's just, I'm surprised every Tuesday by what God does and how he surprises us and how he can use us as broken as we are.